What is up? What is up? What is up, awesome people of the internet? Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Happy Friday, everybody. And we are about to get into some women's basketball, some WNBA basketball. We have the Indiana Fever versus the Phoenix Mercury. This is going to be a fun game to watch. And we're going to have a watch and talk where I'm going to do a play-by-play, sort of like a radio type of play-by-play, and sort of talk about the game as it happens. And would love for you all to join in and share your thoughts in the comments, and also have an opportunity to just, give your analysis as the game is happening. So thank you all so much for rocking with me. If y'all could, as y'all are joining in, if y'all could please hit that like button, that would be pretty awesome. Also, if you have not yet, please subscribe to the channel. I make content all about the WNBA, all about women's college basketball. It's all about women's basketball for me. That is my whole deal. And would love for you to join me. That would be pretty awesome. All right. So, guys, important things to note, guys. We will see a different lineup for the Phoenix Mercury today. Kiki Herbert-Harrigan is getting the start today. We have Beck Allen and Brittany Griner. Sophie Cunningham is in the starting lineup, and Kahleah Copper. The reason why is because both Natasha Cloud and Dinah Taurasi are both out for the team today. So that is a huge deal for this Phoenix Mercury team, and that means that Kahleah Copper and Brittany Griner are really going to have to step up a whole lot today. All right. Also for the Indiana Fever, we have Katie Lou Samuelson, Alyssa Smith, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark. Sort of the normal crew for the starting lineup for the Indiana Fever. All right, and we are just at tip-off. Not much time until we hit the actual All-Star break. All right, we have Brittany Griner and Aaliyah Boston tipping off. And tip-off is controlled by Kahleah Copper and the Phoenix Mercury. All right, Copper with the basketball. She gets it to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie has Caitlin Clark on her. Sophie decides to take it to the hole. She gets stripped on the layup attempt. Ball goes out of bounds. It is Indiana Fever basketball. Yeah, we might see Celeste Taylor, which is kind of cool. Celeste Taylor is back, y'all. She is back, and she is on the roster for the Phoenix Mercury. I'll talk more about that at the first break. And right off the bat, we get a screen for Caitlin Clark, and she goes straight to the left for a 3-point bucket for Caitlin Clark. She's starting off early, guys. She is starting off early. All right, Sophie Cunningham with the basketball. She gets it to Kahleah Copper. Kahleah rolls off of a screen. Copper, free throw, jumper, and it's up and in for Kahleah Copper. Caitlin Clark with the basketball. She decides to take it all the way. She almost got there, but Brittany Griner was right there and said, "Hey, you remember me? I could block shots." Brittany Griner blocks Brittany Griner blocks Caitlin Clark's layup attempt. Oh, they were showing a highlight, so we didn't actually see what happened. I hate when that happens. All right, Phoenix Mercury with the basketball. Sophie Cunningham has it. She decides to opt for a 3-point shot of her own. It barely hits the front of the rim, goes straight out of bounds. It is Indiana Fever basketball. So that was the inbound pass straight to Katie Lou Samuelson, and she hit the jumper. All right, Caitlin Clark with the basketball. She has Kahleah Copper on her. She gets a screen by Aaliyah Boston, and Caitlin is like, "Hey, I got hit." No foul called. A little bit of acting on Caitlin's part. Caitlin tries to pass it from the baseline, almost gets a turnover, keeps the ball, finds a cutting Kelsey Mitchell. Caitlin with a great find to Kelsey Mitchell for the bucket. Now, guys, that was a blown play, but Kelsey Mitchell saved that play by noticing her team was in trouble, cutting to the basket, and getting the basketball. Beck Allen off of a screen, straight into a 3-point shot. She does miss it. Mad Kiki got the rebound, passes it out to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham for a 3-point bucket. All right. Caitlin Clark has the basketball. She has Beck Allen on her. Gets into the lane. Gets into the paint. Pump fake. Decides for the layup. It's up and in. All right. Y'all, Caitlin Clark, it is a fast start for today's game. Kalia Copper with the basketball. She finds Brittany Griner, who knocks into Aaliyah Boston. Completely blows the layup. Caitlin on the fast break gets it to Kelsey Mitchell. The ball ends up going out of bounds. But it is still staying with the Indiana Fever. Wow, what a fantastic start. Inbound pass to Kelsey Mitchell, and surprise, Kelsey Mitchell with another 2-point bucket. Jump shot by Kelsey Mitchell. Beck Allen has the basketball. She has Kitty Lou Samuelson on her. Beck gets a screen from Brittany Griner. She passes it to Brittany. Brittany, for a mid-range jumper, misses the jumper. Rebound goes to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie to Beck Allen. Beck Allen gets a screen. Beck goes into a mid-range jumper off the backboard, misses the shot. Katie Lou Samuelson with a rebound. She gets it up to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell weaving in the paint, passes it out for a 3-point shot to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah hesitates on the shot. She goes up and in with it, misses it. Rebound goes to the Phoenix Mercury. Kalia Copper decides to take it all the way to the hole, misses the shot. Rebound goes to the Indiana Fever. Outlet pass from Caitlin Clark to Kelsey Mitchell. A little bit off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. It is a turnover for the Indiana Fever. Phoenix Mercury basketball. All right, Beck Allen to Brittany Griner. Back to Beck. Beck in the corner to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie passes it to Brittany Griner. Posts it up. Brittany Griner, spin move on Aaliyah Boston. Up and in. All right, Brittany Griner is on the scoreboard. All right, Caitlin Clark to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah decides to take Brittany Griner. Aaliyah gets her shot blocked by Brittany Griner. That's what's going to happen sometimes. When you facing against Brittany Griner, she's going to block your shot. All right, she's going to block your shot. I like that the refs aren't calling really any fouls, which is good. Nilissa Smith passes it to a wide open Kelsey Mitchell, who misses the 3-point shot. She does get her rebound. It's a very long rebound. Kelsey Mitchell dancing in the post. Does a little ring around the rosy with Brittany Griner. Decides to go for another 3-point shot. She misses it, but Nilissa Smith is there for the put-back rebound layup. She is fouled on that layup and is heading to the line to complete the 3-point play. Great job for Nilissa Smith being ready for that rebound. She had Beck Allen on her, so undersized, absolutely, and she was able to get that rebound and put it right back up and in. Nilissa Smith, with her first rebound and 2 points of the game, is at the line for the 3-point conversion. And she misses. Rebound goes to Aaliyah Boston. All right, Aaliyah. Aaliyah passes it to Katie Lou Samuelson. Back to Aaliyah. To Caitlin Clark. Caitlin gets a screen from Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin with the long-range 3-point shot. She misses it. Rebound goes to Kalia Copper. Copper has Kelsey Mitchell on her. Copper decides to take it. Gets fouled. That was a foul on Kelsey Mitchell. But so far, I'm liking the refs. I think the refs are calling a good game so far. All right, Sophie Cunningham taking the ball out. She passes it to Beck Allen. Beck to Brittany. Back to Beck. Beck off the screen. Goes into a long 2-point shot. She misses it. Rebound goes to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin looking to push. She's looking to push. She has nobody on her. Now Kiki Herbert-Harrigan is on her. She passes out to Katie Lou Samuelson. Katie Lou to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell has Kalia Copper on her in the corner. Kelsey got past Kalia Copper and gets to the paint and scores. Wow. It is very rare to blow by a player like Kalia Copper, but Kelsey Mitchell was able to do that. And we have hit our first timeout of the game. And the fans are alive and excited about the Indiana Fever leading early against the Phoenix Mercury 15-7. All right. Again, the score is 15-7. Indiana Fever, 7 Phoenix Mercury. Really, really, really good start for the Indiana Fever. We're seeing them push pace. That's what you need to do. You need to push pace. And remember the fact that this Phoenix Mercury team is dealing with bench players, right? Because both Tosh Cloud and Diana Taurasi are out today. So they had a lot of minutes in there. And now you have Kiki Herbert-Harrigan and Sophie Cunningham getting the starting nine, and they gotta step it up. They gotta step it up and perform because Phoenix is missing their PG1. Yeah, they're missing their PG1. So this should be pretty interesting to watch. It's going to be a lot of pressure on both Brittany Griner and Kalia Copper to really show up and show out in this game. All right, guys, just so you all know, there is also another game happening right now. There's another game happening right now between the Las Vegas Aces and the Atlanta Dream. Unfortunately, I cannot watch 2 games at the same time, so I will only be watching the Fever versus Mercury game live, and then after the fact, I'll probably go back and make some yeah. So far, so good. Caitlin Clark has 5 points. Kelsey Mitchell doing her thing with 6 points right now. She is bringing a lot of energy. Energy is Kelsey Mitchell. Yes, she did. There was even more points that she could have scored in that first couple minutes to start the game. But 6 points for her, 5 for Caitlin. Nalissa Smith has 2. Katie Lou Samuelson has 2 as well. Aaliyah Boston not yet on the scoreboard. For the Phoenix Mercury, we have Brittany Griner with 2 points, Sophie Cunningham with 3, Kalia Copper with 2, and we'll see what happens. Rosalinda, thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much, appreciate you. Bill says Quita needs three screens. I have 2 screens right now, and I actually have the multi-view feature where I can do both the Las Vegas game and the Fever game. However, I can't do play-by-play for both. So while technically I'll know what's happening with the Aces game, I can't talk specifically about it because I'm doing play-by-play for the Phoenix Mercury. All right, we have restarted. Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. She gets it to Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner cross-court pass to Kalia Copper, who gets a 3-point bucket. Yo, Copper has been so she is a way better 3-point shooter than she has been in the past. Kelsey Mitchell with the basketball. She has Beckett Allen on her. She passes it to Aaliyah Boston, to Caitlin Clark. Screen and roll between Aaliyah and Caitlin. Aaliyah, mid-range jumper, and it goes up and in. That was pretty basketball. The pick and roll game should constantly be used for the Indiana Fever because it works. Sophie Cunningham with the basketball. She gets it to Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner was like, hey, Aaliyah, you're not going to be on me? I can shoot threes. She did recently hit 2 3-pointers, but she did miss that 3-point shot. Rebound goes to the Phoenix Mercury. Kalia Copper had the basketball. She passes it to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie to Beck Allen, who misses the 3-point shot. Rebound goes to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa passes it up to Caitlin Clark, who finds a Aaliyah Boston, who just cut into the basket. Fantastic pass, fantastic score to beat the outstretched hands of Brittany Griner. Nice job to Aaliyah Boston. Beck Allen with the basketball. She passes it to Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. Kiki to Beck Allen. Beck Allen gets a screen from Brittany. Passes it to Kiki. Mad Kiki on a dribble. She just asked for the mid-range jumper. Too hard. Misses the shot. Katie Lou Samuelson with the rebound. Katie Lou to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin once again has Kalia Copper on her. Caitlin blows by, gets to the paint, passes to another version of a cutting Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell gets the pass and she scores. Y'all, all day long, cut to the basket. It's a great way to use the offense of the Indiana Fever. All right, Beck Allen gets a screen from Brittany Griner and gets to the basket, and she goes up and in with the score. Caitlin to a Kelsey Mitchell, who has blown by everybody, gets the pass and another score. Y'all, this Caitlin to Kelsey connection is looking so good right now. So good. Kalia Copper to Sophie Cunningham to Beck Allen for a corner 3-point shot. She misses it. Rebound, long rebound to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin, behind the back pass to Katie Lou Samuelson. Off the mark, a ball gets batted around, ends up out of bounds. It is Phoenix Mercury basketball. FM Phoenix is way too slow. Phoenix is way too slow. You cannot be jogging down the court against the Indiana Fever because they can run. Y'all, right now, Caitlin Clark has 7 assists. 7. Y'all, she might end up with 20 assists in this game. I'm just saying, she might end up with 20 assists. Beck Allen has the basketball, tries to pass it to Natasha Mack, who is in the game for the Phoenix Mercury. But looks like that might have been a kickball. It is a ball out of bounds for the Phoenix Mercury. All right, Kalia Copper almost got the ball stolen. Oh, she did get the ball stolen. That was great defense by Lexi Hall. Ball eventually it was a backcourt violation, so it's still Phoenix Mercury basketball, but that was some fantastic defense by Lexi Hall. All right, Lexi. She doing her thing. All right. Y'all, once again, Caitlin, 7 assists. And speaking of Caitlin, she just fouled Sophie Cunningham, who was trying to get to the basket and score. All right, Sophie Cunningham to the free throw line for 2 shots. And also, if you're wondering, for the Las Vegas Aces versus Atlanta Dream game, we are in the first quarter in that game. The Aces are winning 15, Atlanta 7. All right. All right, Sophie Cunningham makes both free throws. Kalia Copper does go out of the game on the bench for the Phoenix Mercury. All right, Caitlin Clark has the basketball. She picks up her dribble, gets it to Damaris Dantas. Damaris to Kelsey Mitchell off the screen. Kelsey Mitchell for a 3-point bucket. Nice for Kelsey Mitchell. Y'all, Kelsey Mitchell was doing her thing today. She is doing her thing. All right, Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. She passes it to Mad Kiki. Mad Kiki passes to a cutting Sophie Cunningham. Sophie couldn't hit the shot. Rebound goes to the Indiana Fever. Caitlin has the basketball, gets a screen from Damaris. Caitlin to Katie Lou Samuelson for a 3-point shot. She misses it. Rebound, long rebound, goes to Katie Lou. Katie Lou, cross-court pass to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark on the move, passes back to Katie Lou. Passes to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull in the paint. Good defense by Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. She tried to do an outlet pass, but Katie Lou Samuelson was right there, steals the basketball, and gets a driving layup. Sophie Cunningham with the basketball. Sophie gets a screen, gets another screen for a 3-point shot. Sophie Cunningham, she hits the shot, but they call an offensive foul on the screen on Natasha Mack. So turnover for the Phoenix Mercury. This was a great opportunity for them to get a basket. That was a fantastic opportunity, but unfortunately, they couldn't hit the shot. I mean, they had a turnover. All right, Caitlin Clark with the basketball. Passes it to Katie Lou. To Lexi Hall. Lexi to Damaris Dantas. Damaris Dantas gets the ball turned over. Beck Allen with the basketball. She passes up to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie, spin move. Passes back to Beck Allen. Beck Allen gets into the paint. Passes to Natasha Mack. Natasha Mack for a mid-range jumper. She hits it. But guys, just so y'all know, Celeste Taylor is in the game. Celeste Taylor is in the game for the Phoenix Mercury. I'm just saying. She is guarding Caitlin Clark right now. Caitlin Clark passes it to Katie Lou Samuelson, misses the 3-point shot. Rebound goes to Lexi Hull, who does not get the shot off before time expires. All right. We have reached the end of the first quarter. The score is 26 Indiana Fever, 16 Phoenix Mercury. This is a terrible start for the Phoenix Mercury and a fantastic start for the Indiana Fever. And what we're seeing, guys, is we are seeing a lot of Caitlin Clark. Guys, right now, Caitlin Clark has 7 assists in this game. 7. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7 assists and 5 points. Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell is y'all can call her the Energizer Bunny today. She is the Energizer Bunny. She is cutting to the basket. She is, she still is not, 33% so far from the three-point line. But, y'all, cutting to the basket and being active on defense or on offense and watching what's happening with your team and, like, when they need help, that's important. That is so important, and that's what Kelsey Mitchell's doing. There was one play specifically in that first quarter where it was a blown play. Caitlin Clark almost ended up with a turnover, but we saw Kelsey Mitchell cut at the last second. She cut to the basket. Caitlin found her. Fantastic layup by Kelsey Mitchell. There are fast break opportunities. We see Kelsey Mitchell running the floor. She is sprinting down the floor. In one play, she even beat Kalia Copper down the court for an easy layup for the Indiana Fever. And that's stuff that this Indiana Fever team, that's key. They love to run. They want to run, and they want to be very, 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 very active. And they're not forcing anything, and that's what I love. Kelsey Mitchell, she is allowing the game to come to her. She is having a fantastic time at it. And hey, this is some great basketball. Guys. I'm just saying. Some fantastic basketball. Y'all, shout out to the mod extraordinaire, Frank. Frank, happy birthday, my man. Y'all, can we all wish Frank a happy birthday in the chat? Please, let's wish Frank a happy birthday. Salute to you, man. I hope you are doing fantastic. Happy birthday. All right, guys. I'm just loving this game so far. Like, I really am. I think this is a fun game. But the thing to note, guys, is that this Phoenix Mercury team is playing without Diana Taurasi, and they're also playing without Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud is the best point guard for this Phoenix Mercury team. She is a pass first point guard that sort of gets them in their rotations and makes some good stuff happen. And the fact that she's not with the team that's a huge loss. In a lot of ways, actually, I think the fact that Natasha Cloud is out of this game today, I think that's actually a bigger loss than Diana Taurasi, because not only does Natasha handle the team on sort of the offensive end, but she also is another great defender for the Phoenix Mercury team. And they don't have that today. They don't have that. All right, we do start the second quarter. Caitlin Clark with the basketball. She is guarded by Celeste Taylor, who is on a new 7-day contract with the Phoenix Mercury. Passes it to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull to Kelsey Mitchell for a three-point shot. She misses the shot. Rebound goes to Celeste Taylor. Celeste has the basketball. She passes it to Matt Kiki. Kiki Herbert Harrigan with the basketball. She does not get the screen. She tries to pass it to Brittany Griner, but Brittany Griner is fouled by Demiris Dantas. Ball out of bounds for the Phoenix Mercury. FM says, show them, Celeste, what they are missing. Yeah, this is a great opportunity for Celeste Taylor to go off. Ball goes to Mad Kiki. Kiki to Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner spin move and banks the shot in. Good move by Brittany Griner. All right, Caitlin Clark has the basketball. She gets it to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa finds a cutting Lexi Hull. Lexi almost lost control of the ball. She keeps it, passes it to Nalissa Smith again. Nalissa tried to get to the basket, but she loses a handle on the basketball. Ball goes out of bounds. It is a turnover for the Indiana Fever. 5 turnovers so far for the Fever. 2 for the Phoenix Mercury. Brittany Griner to Kalia Copper. Copper to Mad Kiki. Mad Kiki has Kelsey Mitchell on her. She tries for the mid-range jumper, but a little bit too hard of a shot. Rebound goes to Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark has it. She passes to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa for a three-point shot, and it goes up and in. A three-point bucket for Nalissa Smith. Y'all, everybody eating. Everybody eating. Even Nalissa Smith at the three-point line. Celeste Taylor to Kalia Copper. She gets a screen from Brittany Griner. Copper makes her way to the basket. A little bit too hard on that layup attempt. Almost a fast break opportunity for the Indiana Fever, but the ball is stolen away by Celeste Taylor. Remember, guys, she's a great defender. She finds Natasha Mack for an easy lay-in. All right, Celeste Taylor, she's doing her thing, playing some defense. Also, she got the assist in there as well. All right, Caitlin Clark has the basketball, guarded by Celeste Taylor. She gets a screen from Demiris Dantas. Caitlin to the basket. Caitlin scores. Nice score by Caitlin Clark. All right, Mad Kiki taking the ball up. Oh, no, that's Celeste Taylor playing point guard right now for the Phoenix Mercury. She passes it to BG. Back to Celeste. Celeste for a three-point shot. Oh, she misses badly. Air ball by Celeste Taylor. Ball out of bounds. It is Indiana Fever basketball. All right, thank you so much, Sharon, for the super chat. Thank you. Sharon, I really do appreciate that super chat. Really, really awesome stuff. Thank you. Super chats are super appreciated. All right, guys, the score is 33 Indiana Fever, 20 Phoenix Mercury. All right, Erica Wheeler in the game now for the Indiana Fever. She finds Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith gets a screen from Aaliyah Boston. Nalissa makes her way to the paint, tries to pass it to Aaliyah Boston. She misses the pass, but Erica Wheeler ends up with the basketball. She passes it back to Nalissa Smith to Lexi Hull, trying to beat the shot clock. Lexi hits the top of the backboard. Shot clock violation. It is Phoenix Mercury basketball. Yazora, I think what you need to do is you could pause this live stream and then start it back up to try to sync it with your Ion. Kalia Copper finds Brittany Griner, who misses the layup. Brittany's complaining that she got fouled. No foul called. Caitlin Clark, step back three-point shot, hits the back of the rim. Brittany Griner tried to get the rebound, but she collided with Lexi Hull a little bit there. Brittany Griner looks like she is still on the ground. Brittany Griner has hurt herself. She got up there against Lexi Hull, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. Let's see. They're showing a replay right now. Oh, she got bumped. She got bumped real hard by her own teammate. Kalia Copper collided with Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner limping. She all right. Thank you so much, Randall. I appreciate the support. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's for sure friendly fire. That's for sure friendly fire. All right. Phoenix Mercury inbound the ball. Natasha Mack has it. She tries to pass it to Kalia Copper. Ball gets stolen by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah tries to make a move on Natasha Mack. They do call Aaliyah Boston for a travel. Say she picked up her pivot foot. And the entire Indiana bench was pretty upset about that. They're showing her. Oh, yeah. She traveled. Yeah, she traveled. Yeah. She absolutely traveled. They just showed the replay. All right, Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. She passes it to Kalia Copper. Copper gets a screen from Natasha Mack. Copper has to make something happen. She passes it to Celeste Taylor. Celeste, great pass to Natasha Mack. And Natasha Mack with the score. So two assists. Caitlin Clark, fast break opportunity, passes it to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah couldn't end up with the turnover. Celeste Taylor ended up getting the ball, but she could not control it out of bounds. So it is back to being Indiana Fever basketball. All right. Caitlin with the basketball. She has Celeste Taylor on her. She gets a screen from Aaliyah Boston. Now she has Natasha Mack on her. Tries to pass it in to Aaliyah Boston. Ball ends up out of bounds. It is a turnover. And Caitlin Clark, they're showing Caitlin Clark saying, "That's so bad." I don't know. I think she was saying that should have been a foul called. But y'all, hey, Caitlin Clark, she a WNBA vet already. Because complaining to the refs. That's what you do. That's what happens to the WNBA. It's all, you always got to complain to the refs. That's what you got to do. All right, guys. Really do want to do a quick update on where we're at with the Las Vegas Aces Atlanta Dream game. We are in the second quarter of that game, and Las Vegas Aces is winning right now 20-22. Las Vegas Aces are losing right now, 20-22. Atlanta Dream has 22. Las Vegas Aces 20 right now. We have 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter. And guys, in this game with the Indiana Fever versus the Phoenix Mercury, we see this Phoenix Mercury team getting absolutely destroyed. They're not getting back on defense, and also on offense, you really don't see any sort of real fluid offense plan at all. Three Diglets, what up, man? What up, Three Diglets? Says, I want, thanks so much for the super chat. Says, I want to join and turn around that Fever dance team for the better. Yeah, I'm watching the dance team right now, too. So, if y'all are watching, Three Diglets is watching the Indiana stream. And yeah, they're, they're okay. I like their family-friendly dance moves. I'm a fan of the family-friendly dance moves. But yeah, Three Diglets, you should join the team. Join the dance team. If you're watching the game on Ion, you cannot watch the Indiana Fever dance team. But if you're watching on the Indiana stream, which is what I'm watching the game on, you can watch the dance team, and you can watch the in-game. I would actually highly recommend you all watch that, because you can watch, you can see what's happening in the arena. So like when they're doing sort of like timeout activations, like with like fans and whatnot, you can see that. Booker B, that's awesome. Booker B says, just bought my tickets for a Chicago Sky game from Florida. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Love to see it. Love to see it. And Michaela saying something about the dance team, too. I'm just saying, I do like the family-friendly nature of it. I do like that. Oh, man. All right, we are back. Kiki Herbert Harrigan is playing point guard right now for the Phoenix Mercury. She picks up her dribble, passes it to Kalia Copper. Copper has the basketball, turns, faces Lexi Hull, decides to go for the mid-range jumper, and she hits it. All right, Erica Wheeler with the basketball. Caitlin Clark is sitting on the bench, resting right now. Erica Wheeler has it, finds Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston has Natasha Mack on her, decides to back her down. Aaliyah Boston makes a move, and she scores. Nice. All right, Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. She gets it to Kalia Copper. Copper makes a move, gets fouled by Lexi Hull, and she will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. What's up, Nicholas? Hope you are doing well. I am doing fantastic. It's a happy Friday, guys. It is a happy Friday. Again, thank y'all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Really do. Y'all, a couple things to note. guys. Both. Oh. There was a technical foul assessed on the Phoenix Mercury, and we see Kelsey Mitchell at the free throw line for the technical shot. Not sure exactly what happened, but it was a technical call. Looks like on the... Was that a delay of game technical? Some sort of technical. And now we have Clea Copper at the free throw line for her 2 shots. She does make that first free throw. Copper misses the second free throw. Rebound is corralled by Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. Kiki passes it out to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie makes a move to the basket, gets fouled, and is heading to the line for 2 shots. All right. It's a good game so far. This is a really, really, really good game. Sophie Cunningham makes her first free throw of the game. All right. And she makes the second free throw. Erica Wheeler playing point guard for the Indiana Fever, taking the ball down the court. She has Sophie Cunningham on her. She passes it to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah trying to back down Natasha Mack. The double team comes. Aaliyah Boston tries to find Nalissa Smith. Ball does go out of bounds, and it is still Indiana Fever basketball. I'm loving this decision. The Indiana Fever, what we're noticing is each time down the court, now that Brittany Griner's out the game, they're passing it to Aaliyah Boston and having her work against Natasha Mack. Smart. Kelsey Mitchell has the basketball, tries to beat the shot clock, misses the shot. Ball goes to Lexi Hull. Lexi also misses the shot. Did not hit the rim. Either of those shots did not hit the rim, so it is a shot clock violation on the Indiana Fever. Phoenix Mercury basketball. All right, Caitlin and Katie Lou are getting up from the bench, going to the scorer's table. Sophie Cunningham has the basketball, goes into the paint, tries to passes it out to Beck Allen. Beck Allen was trying to pass it to Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. Kiki was not looking for the pass at all. Lexi Hull gets the steal, goes all the way down the court, and she gets fouled on the layup. So Lexi Hull, very, very heads-up basketball play, is rewarded with 2 free throw shots. That was just a horrible pass, a terrible pass by Beck Allen. And again, guys, this team is missing their point guard, the third best passer in the WNBA right now, in Natasha Cloud. That is a huge, 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 huge loss. Gigantic loss. All right, Lexi Hull makes both free throws. Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. Sophie to Kalia Copper. Copper gets a screen. Oh, poke away steal. Nice heads up basketball by Kelsey Mitchell. Ball gets stolen. Caitlin Clark with the basketball. Caitlin to a cutting Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell to Lexi Hull for a 3-point shot. Lexi misses the shot. Rebound goes to Natasha Mack. She bringing the ball down the court. She passes it to Kalia Copper. Copper has Kelsey Mitchell on her. Picks up her dribble, passes it to Natasha. Natasha to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie dancing around. Picks up her dribble as well. She's in no man's land. Gets the ball stolen by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin has the basketball. What is she going to do? She stops her dribble. Kalia Copper touches it, so Caitlin's back to dribbling. Passes it to a cutting Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston to Nalissa Smith for a 3-point shot. Nalissa misses the shot. Rebound goes to Sophie Cunningham. We are seeing terrible, terrible, terrible basketball for the Phoenix Mercury. Horrible offensive movement. Sophie Cunningham to Beck Allen. Beck Allen has the basketball. Tries to pass it to a cutting Natasha Mack. Ball gets poked away by Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston to Nalissa Smith for a fast break layup. Nalissa Smith. Nice job. Very, very, very good rim running by the Indiana Fever. Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. She has Lexi Hull on her. She gets a screen from Natasha Mack. Lexi Hole falls down. Sophie Cunningham is like, I'm going to shoot this three-pointer, and it's a three-point bucket by Sophie Cunningham. That's some sort of positive. Caitlin Clark drives by everybody on a made basket. On a made basket, guys. Caitlin Clark drives by the entire Phoenix Mercury basketball team, goes up and in for an easy layup. Cross court, dribbles the basketball, cross court, passes by everybody, and makes the layup. Y'all, YouTube is right. The Indiana Fever is straight up cooking the Phoenix Mercury. They are straight up cooking the Phoenix Mercury. And guys, this is starting to get downright embarrassing. This is starting to get embarrassing because we are seeing terrible play by the Phoenix Mercury. When you talk about this Phoenix Mercury team, they're not usually this bad. They're usually not this bad. And the reason why they're looking terrible is because the fact that we have a team with no point guard. There's no point guard for this team. At times we're seeing Kiki Herbert-Harrigan play the point. At times we're seeing Beck Allen play the point. At times we're seeing Celeste Taylor play the point. Like, everybody's trying to do something at the point guard position, but it's just not working. It's not really working for this team. It's a huge struggle. It is a huge struggle for the Phoenix Mercury. They got to get it together. But I don't think they will, though. I really don't think they will. I think we're going to see much of the same for the rest of this game. We're going to see much of the same. We're seeing bad passes. We're seeing stagnant offense. Tony says, is Brittany Griner badly injured? I'm not sure. I don't know. It seems like she'll be fine, I think she'll be fine. But so far, Kelsey Mitchell is leading the squad for the Indiana Fever. She does have 14 points so far. Caitlin Clark, 9 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds. So y'all, I'm sure she's gonna try again for this triple double. She definitely gonna get a double double. Definitely gonna get a double double in this game. We have Aaliyah Boston with 6 points right now. She has been eating ever since Brittany Griner went to the bench. We're seeing Aaliyah Boston make some stuff happen. Nilissa Smith has 7. Katie Lou Samuelson has 4. And Lexi Hole has 2 for the Phoenix Mercury. We see Natasha Mack with 6. Sophie Cunningham, 10. Kalia Copper with 8. Beck Allen, 2. And Brittany Griner, 4. Yazora, yep, you are right about that. Yazora says, we've seen teams come back from worse. I'll never write off a team. Yeah. Yeah, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Yeah, you can't really count anybody out. You can't. All right. Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. She passes it to Natasha Mack. Mack to Kalia Copper for a three-point shot. Copper misses it. Rebound goes to Nilissa Smith. Nilissa to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin thought about the three-point shot, doing some shake and bake against Sophie Cunningham. Caitlin Clark gets to the bucket and one. Big time bucket for Caitlin. Flex on him, Caitlin. Flex on him. All right, she makes the basket, gets fouled, and is heading to the free throw line for 2 shots. And of course, she's like, yeah. But yeah. And she hits the free throw. So 3-point play for Caitlin Clark. All right. Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. She gets a screen from Natasha Mack. Sophie to Natasha Mack. Natasha passes to Kalia Copper for a corner 3-point shot. And Kalia freaking Copper with a 3-point bucket. All right, Caitlin Clark has the basketball. She has Sophie Cunningham on her. She passes it to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston to Katie Lou. Katie Lou back to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, mid-range jumper on the 25th logo. She hits it and she scores. Great bucket by Aaliyah Boston. All right. Kalia Copper has the basketball. She gets a screen from Natasha Mack. Passes to Natasha Mack. Natasha for a long free throw shot. She does miss it. Rebound goes to Indiana Fever. Kelsey Mitchell has it. Does a give and go between Aaliyah Boss and Kelsey Mitchell. Y'all, that woman is killing today. Yeah, I want to be like Mark Jackson. Be like, Mama, there goes that woman. Kelsey Mitchell, once again, her cutting ability, getting the basketball, scoring an easy layup. Fantastic play by Kelsey Mitchell. Oh, guys, they just announced that Brittany Griner is not returning back into the game. She is not returning. Kalia Copper misses the shot. Rebound goes to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith passes it to Caitlin. Caitlin tried to pass it back to Nalissa Smith. It is a turnover. Sophie Cunningham with the basketball. Sophie misses the three-point shot. Rebound goes to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah passes it up to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin gets a screen from Aaliyah. Give and go between Caitlin and Aaliyah. Aaliyah Boston scores the basketball. Kalia Copper is fouled by Katie Lou Samuelson. Rocket says, Dad, there goes that woman. Dad, there goes that woman. That doesn't have the same ring to it as Mama, there goes that man. Kalia Copper is at the free throw line. Yeah, so guys, Suge Sutton, Natasha Cloud, Diana Taurasi, and Brittany Griner are all out right now for the Phoenix Mercury. They're all out. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's crazy. All right. Kalia Copper makes both of her free throws. All right, Caitlin Clark has the basketball. She has Celeste Taylor on her. Time is winding down. Caitlin's probably going to take that last shot. She gets a screen from... Oh, Caitlin Clark gets a screen from Kelsey Mitchell, blows to the basket, scores a layup, and gets fouled by Natasha Mack. Oh, my goodness. Y'all, I don't think that was really a foul. But wow. Man, there goes that woman. Caitlin Clark doing her thing. Wow. She makes the free throw. Sophie Cunningham makes it to the basket, misses the shot. Natasha Mack gets the rebound. Turnaround jumper. She misses it. And we are at halftime. We're at halftime. The score is 55 Indiana Fever, 35 Phoenix Mercury. This is a 20-point lead. A 20-point lead for the Indiana Fever. A 20-point lead, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, we're seeing some fantastic basketball by the Indiana Fever, and we're seeing some terrible basketball for the Phoenix Mercury. Again, guys, a thing to note is that a lot of players from the Phoenix Mercury are missing. Diana Taurasi, Natasha Cloud, Suge Sutton, Charisma Osborne, and Brittany Griner are all out. The first four are out for the were not dressed for today's game, and Brittany Griner got hurt early in that second quarter. It was friendly fire between her and Kalia Copper. Copper ran into her, hurt Brittany Griner, and Brittany is out for the rest of the day. So this Phoenix Mercury team is going to play the rest of today's game with only 6 players. Only 6 players, all right? And on the bench, you have Natasha Mack, who so far is actually doing pretty good. And you have Celeste Taylor, who was recently cut by the Indiana Fever and now is on a 7-day contract with the Phoenix Mercury. I'm just like, man, guys, we are seeing a very, very, very depleted Phoenix Mercury team just getting cooked. Straight up cooked. Carter asks, can Caitlin drop 40 tonight? She can. I don't think she will. I think Caitlin's going to have close to 20 assists, though. I think she's going to have close to 20 assists. She has 9 assists right now. Caitlin Clark, 15 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds. She's doing her thing. She's absolutely doing her thing. Kelsey Mitchell has 17 points. Kelsey Mitchell has been lightning in a bottle this quarter. She has just been running. And guys, for the halftime performance for the Indiana Fever, they have a guy who is balancing a summer umbrella. It looked like he was balancing it on his chin. Y'all, Indiana got some really interesting. They had some really interesting halftime performances. All right, now the guy is balancing a dolly on his chin. All right, that's his talent. Now he's gonna balance a grill on his chin. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. If y'all have WNBA League Pass, go watch the Indiana stream right now. Go watch the Indiana stream. This is hilarious. This guy is balanced for the halftime performance for the Indiana Fever. They have a guy balancing he's balancing a whole bunch of items on his chin. Like oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. This is so freaking hilarious. I know, guys, I'm going to do commentary about the actual game, but I did just want to I do just want to talk about this yeah, I got to talk about this this halftime performance. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now he's balancing a wagon. He's balancing a wagon. And guys, if y'all don't have the game, for the Indiana stream, here it is. Here is I just did a photo of my iPad. This is the guy. This is the guy performing right now. This is the guy performing right now for the Indiana Fever. I love it. This is this is so Indiana. This is so Indiana. This guy has balanced everything on his chin. He balanced the Indiana Fever nameplate logo thing. He has balanced a bicycle. He has balanced a dolly. Now he's about to balance a table. Y'all, he's about to balance a table. Oh my goodness. This is so fantastic. He is balancing a table on his chin, guys. This man needs this man needs to be hired by the Indiana Fever. This is hilarious. This is hilarious, guys. Hilarious. Literally, he just balanced the table. Now he's about to balance a what looks like a 10-foot, 12-foot ladder. Extended ladder, might I add. And he's balancing it on one leg. On one leg, he's balancing the ladder on his chin. Guys, this is Indiana at its finest. Like, I love it. I love it, guys. I absolutely love it. This guy is the GOAT. He is the GOAT of halftime performances. He is the absolute GOAT. This is hilarious. Tony says Quita is easily impressed. I know, right? I know. I never knew this existed, guys. Now he's balancing another ladder, an extended ladder, on his chin. Like, guys, I am so impressed by this because I have never seen anybody balance stuff on their chin. Like, I didn't think this was a thing. Who would have known this is a thing? Like, what? Like, how in the world did this man find out this is his talent? Like, how did he figure this out? Like, this is... Now he's on top of one of the ladders, and he's going to balance another ladder on his chin. Oh my goodness. The degree of difficulty for this. The degree of difficulty. He is balancing a ladder on top while he's standing on top of another ladder on his chin. I'm just saying, I'm pretty impressed. They're calling him Kevin the Amazing Chin Balancer. Y'all, shout out to Kevin, the chin balancer for the Indiana Fever. This man, oh my goodness, guys, that was hilarious. That was so funny. Oh man, that was so funny. Rotu says I can't with this halftime. Y'all, I'm giving y'all play-by-play of the whole thing, y'all. The whole thing. Love My Three Babes says, Quita, you're committed to your craft, even play-by-play for the halftime show. Y'all, I gotta get the people what they want. Some of y'all are probably not looking at the Indiana live stream. So I wanted to let y'all know what was happening, giving y'all some play-by-play. This was hilarious. This was hilarious. Sharon says you should check out AFLW. It's the Women's Aussie Rules Football League. What? Wow. I didn't know they had a Aussie Rules Football League for women. That's kind of cool. Nice. Thanks for the recommendation. I gotta try to do that. Jaden says he probably started with shoes as a kid, maybe balancing the remote. Maybe. Yeah. Rotu says he will balance the entire Phoenix team next. He probably will. Yeah, he probably will. Now, guys, I need to shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Kevin. Kevin is a rock star. Kevin, the Amazing Chin Balancer. And Doug says he wears New Balance shoes. Y'all, them New Balances, hey, isn't that the dad shoe right there? That's the steady on your feet dad shoe right there. This man was rocking it. He's doing his thing. Oh man. Lindy says that was great. I can't hardly push a wheelbarrow, and he balanced that too. Yeah, he did. He did balance a wheelbarrow. Now, guys, normally sometimes I would take a break during the halftime. But y'all, I think I might start to do play-by-play for the halftime performances. I think I might start doing that because this guy had me thoroughly impressed. He had me thoroughly impressed. All right. So, guys, enough of the chin balancer. Shout out to him. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to him. But anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about this game so far. Let's break down this game so far in the first half. Again, the score is 55 Indiana, 35 for the Phoenix Mercury, and we are seeing a Phoenix Mercury team that is extremely depleted, extremely depleted, and they are playing against the Indiana Fever team that's looking like it looks like the whole team is all-stars right now for the Indiana Fever. Like they are absolutely dominating. And it's not so much that Indiana is playing so. I think it's less about Indiana and actually more about the Phoenix Mercury, to be honest with you. So it's a 20-point lead. To me, it's less about the schemes that Chrissy Sides is doing for the Indiana Fever. It's less about the play of the Indiana Fever, because the Phoenix Mercury are just so depleted. I think this is more of an egg on Phoenix's face and not on than a pat on the back for Indiana. Yes, Indiana is playing well. They've been given a great opportunity to run up the score, and they've been doing that. So shout out to them for doing that, because you're not always going to you don't always see teams take advantage of huge opportunities like this. But this Phoenix Mercury team has 6 players. Yep. Yep, future goat is right, or Grace by God is right. They only have 6 players. All right, this is crazy. 6 players. The Indiana Fever team is out rebounding Phoenix Mercury 21-12. They're out assisting Phoenix 13-8. They are out stealing Phoenix 6-4, and of course they're outscoring the Phoenix Mercury 55-35. Now, again, the Phoenix Mercury have 6 players. They have Celeste Taylor, who they just signed to a 7-day contract. They have her on the squad. She was also recently signed. She also recently signed to an Australian team, Celeste Taylor. So far, Celeste Taylor has played 7 minutes. She does have 2 points, 1 steal, and 1 rebound so far. She's 0 for 1 from the field in this game. We also have Natasha Mack coming off the bench for the Phoenix Mercury. So far, she has 12 points, or 12 minutes. She's played 12 minutes, I should say, 6 points. And that's all they got. That's their bench. That is their bench. They got 7 players. All right, 7 players. Kiki Herbert Harrigan, who is a player who does not really start at all. She's in the starting lineup. Beck Allen is trying to make stuff happen, but she is ice cold. So far, she only has 2 points. Sophie Cunningham is doing something. She does have 10 in this game. Kalia Copper is going to wind up with 25 to 30 shot attempts in this game. She is going to have 25 to 30 shot attempts because she's their only hope now. That's it. It's Kalia Copper, and that's about it. Because Brittany Griner is now out for the rest of the game. She did exit the second quarter injured. She has 13 so far for Kalia Copper. Brittany Griner, before she was injured, she had 4 points. And Mad Kiki has 0 so far. And guys, the reason why I call her Mad Kiki, if y'all don't know, several years ago, Mad Kiki, aka Kiki Herbert Harrigan, she played for the South Carolina Gamecocks, played for Don Staley, and y'all, her nickname was Mad Kiki. Her nickname was Mad Kiki. All right. And so that's why I still call her to this day Mad Kiki. I don't know how many people actually call her that now, but I still call her that because that's who she was when I watched her in college. So that's who she's always going to be for the most part for me. For the Indiana Fever, they are straight up balling. Caitlin Clark has 15 points, 9 assists so far. I think she is going to come very, very, very close to having a 15 assists, 17 assists type of game. All right. She's doing her thing, passing the ball. She does have 4 turnovers, which is not that big of a deal, to be quite honest with you. Especially with like the output that she's given. She is plus 20 in the game so far. Kelsey Mitchell, she has 17 points. She is doing her absolute biggest thing right now. 17 points, 1 steal. She is running. Makes stuff happen. Aaliyah Boston has 10 points so far in this game. She has started to cook, especially with Brittany Griner out. Aaliyah Boston has been eating a lot more. Nalissa Smith has 7 points so far. And Katie Lou Samuelson has 4. All right, guys. Brent says Mad Quita. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Booker B, for the super chat. Says, do you think free agency is going to be good for the Sky? I feel as if they're going to have to depend on free agency next year and build around Kennedy Carter, Angel, and Camilla. Yeah, free agency is going to be huge for this guy. Absolutely huge. Yes, I completely agree. And it's going to be trying to figure out how you can build around. You need a point guard. I think in free agency, they need to get a point guard. They need a point guard, and they need a 3-point shooter. All right, we are about to start the third quarter. Again, thank you so much for the super chat, guys. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for rocking with me. All right. Nilissa Smith has the basketball. We have started the third quarter. She passes it to Katie Lou Samuelson. Katie Lou, back to Nilissa. Nilissa to Caitlin. Thought about the 3-point shot. Passes it to Nilissa. Nilissa gets the ball stolen by Sophie Cunningham. Sophie to Mad Kiki. And Mad Kiki for the 3-point bucket. All right, Kiki. Kiki Herbert Harrigan getting on the board with a 3-point shot. They're going to need a lot more of that. They're going to need a whole lot more of that. She's wide open, so might as well shoot that. All right, Caitlin Clark has the basketball. She has Kalia Copper on her. She gets a screen from Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin for a 3-point shot, and she hits it, guys. A 3-point bucket for Caitlin Clark. All right. Kalia Copper with the basketball. She does a mid-range jumper, misses it. Rebound goes to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah passes up to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin, is she going to do another 3-point shot? No, she passes it to Kelsey Mitchell for a 3-point shot. Kelsey, a little bit too strong, misses the shot. Rebound goes to Beck Allen. Beck taking the ball down the court. She passes to Natasha Mack. Natasha to Kiki Herbert Harrigan. Kiki picks up her dribble, passes back to Natasha Mack. Natasha to Beck Allen. Beck Allen gets into the paint. One-handed shot, misses it. Rebound goes to Natasha Mack. She goes back up for a jumper. Gets her shot blocked and fouled by Aaliyah Boston. Natasha Mack to the free throw line. Makes her first free throw. Natasha makes a second free throw. All right, Nilissa Smith has it. Passes it to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell to Caitlin Clark for a 3-point shot. She misses it. Rebound goes to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah has a crowd around her. Ends up falling to the floor. She is fouled by Natasha Mack. All right, Caitlin passes it to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey to Nilissa Smith. Back to Caitlin. Back to Aaliyah. Back to Nilissa Smith. Nilissa working in the paint. Turnaround jumper. Misses the shot. Aaliyah Boston fights for the rebound and gets it. And she pump fake and scores the basketball. Kiki Herbert Harrigan with the foul. Guys, I can't tell you how much I love that play. I can't tell you how much I loved it. We saw pass. It was outside to inside, back to outside, back to inside, back to outside, back to inside. Shot attempt, missed shot, but rebound, and put back. That is some great basketball. It opens up a lot when you're going outside to inside in terms of passing. All right, Clea Copper with the basketball. She has Aaliyah Boston on her, passes out to Kiki. Kiki trying to make some stuff happen. She almost got the ball stolen. Now the ball is actually stolen by Nilissa Smith. Nilissa Smith heads up pass to Kelsey Mitchell. Y'all, Kelsey Mitchell is Kelsey Mitchell cherry picking? Is Kelsey Mitchell cherry picking? Because she is getting a whole bunch of fast break points. She is getting so many fast break points for Kelsey Mitchell. Unfortunately, the camera angle is not wide enough for me to really see. It's not wide enough for me to really see if she indeed is cherry picking. But yeah. All All right, guys. Caitlin tried to pass it to Katie Lou Samuelson. Ball does go out of bounds. It is still Indiana ball. All right. Katie Lou passes it to Melissa Smith, who makes the bucket and gets fouled. All right. Hey. Everything's working for the Indiana Fever right now. Everything is working. Everything is working. Melissa Smith at the free throw line makes a 3-point play. All right. Kalia Copper has the basketball. Decides to take it herself. And Aaliyah Boston said, I'm right here. SWAT. Kalia Copper gets her shot blocked by Aaliyah Boston. That was a very nice, clean block from Aaliyah. All right, ball goes out of bounds. Phoenix Mercury inbounds it. Natasha Mack has it. She passes it to Sophie Cunningham, who steps back for a 3-point shot, and she hits it. Caitlin Clark has it. She has Sophie on her. Caitlin to a trailing Nalissa Smith. Nalissa to Katie Lou. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin gets a screen from Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin weaves into the paint, passes out to Katie Lou Samuelson. Katie Lou Samuelson for a 3-point shot. She misses it. Rebound goes to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie running the court. Goes for a 3-point shot. Sophie misses it. Rebound goes to Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark has it. Ball. She gets it to Katie Lou Samuelson, but eventually turnover. Yeah, they're showing the assist leaders. Caitlin Clark, number 2 in a W in assists. All right, Kiki Herbert-Harrigan for another 3-point shot off the mark. That was a dead-on 3-point shot. A rebound goes to Katie Lou Samuelson. She passes up to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark gets a screen from Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith, good bucket in the paint. Kalia Copper has the basketball. Copper gets to the paint, gets her shot blocked again by Aaliyah Boston, guys. It's a swap patrol. Ball goes to Kelsey Mitchell for a 3-point shot. She misses it. Phoenix Mercury with the basketball. Sophie Cunningham has it. She passes it to Beck Allen. Beck Allen gets into the paint. She passes out to a wide open Kiki Herbert-Harrigan for a 3-point shot. She misses it. Outlet pass to Caitlin Clark from Nalissa Smith. Caitlin behind the back finds Aaliyah Boston. Oh my goodness. That was beautiful. Caitlin Clark to Aaliyah Boston for the layup. Beck Allen has the basketball. She tries to pass it to Sophie Cunningham. It does go through. Hits off of Sophie's leg. Finds Kalia Copper. Kalia Copper with a straight-on 3-point shot, and she hits it and scores. 3-point bucket by Kalia Copper. Almost a turnover for Katie Lou Samuelson. She finds Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah finds a cutting Kelsey Mitchell, and once again, Kelsey freaking Mitchell. What does she do? She cuts to the basket. She cuts to the hoop, and she gets the basketball. She scores, gets the foul, and is going to be heading to the line for a 1-point shot. We do have a timeout on the floor, so she'll get her free throw when we come back. Guys, we're seeing a Indiana Fever team taking advantage of what the Phoenix Mercury is giving them. They're taking advantage of it, and they're doing very, very well. Caitlin Clark, fantastic pass after fantastic pass. We see Kelsey Mitchell cutting to the basket. We see Aaliyah Boston is SWAT patrol. Is SWAT patrolling Indiana right now. Aaliyah Boston has 2 blocks so far in this game, both happening in the third quarter. And this Indiana team is just completely dominating the Phoenix Mercury. They are dominating in the rebound category. Right now, they have 27 rebounds for the Indiana Fever. The Phoenix Mercury, only 17. they're dominating. They're absolutely, absolutely dominating. Yeah, Jay says 4 players in double digits. Yep. We got Nalissa Smith, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark all in double figures. Katie Lou Samuelson is the only starter who does not have double digits. She only has 4 points right now. But this is Mortal Kombat total domination. That's what this is. That's what this is. Total domination. This is a video game. This is a video game, and this is a video game where you are the Indiana Fever and you are playing on rookie mode. You're playing on rookie mode, and that's this game. That's this game. The Phoenix Mercury are making lots of mistakes, stagnant basketball, one-player basketball where it's just hope and pray that Kalia Copper could do something and score. And for the for the Indiana Fever, we're seeing fluid basketball. We're seeing movement. Like, for this Indiana Fever team, for them to be successful, they got to move the ball, push pace, move the basketball. And that's what they're doing. Caitlin Clark, 11 assists, 18 points. She is doing her thing. She is shooting efficiently with 63% from the field. It's beautiful basketball. This is rookie mode NBA 2K basketball. That's what this is right now. That's what we're watching. That's what we're watching. We're watching 2K on rookie mode. That's what we're watching. Absolutely doing their thing in this game. It's still possible for the Phoenix Mercury to come back. It is still possible. However, it's not looking likely. It's not looking likely at all. All right, guys. Quick update on the Las Vegas Aces Atlanta Dream game. We are in the third quarter. Asia Wilson is absolutely dominating. She has a double-double already. And the Aces are winning 53-40. Tony a lot. I believe right now the count is 3. I believe the count is right now 3. You have Nafisa Collier, Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi. Those are 3 I can remember right now. All right, Celeste Taylor with the basketball. She gets a screen from Natasha Mack. Celeste, what you gonna do, girl? You got to do something. She's just dribbling, trying to find something, make something happen. Ball gets stripped. It is knocked off of Celeste Taylor, and ball goes out of bounds. Ball goes out of bounds. It is Indiana Fever basketball. Now, guys, I feel bad for Celeste because she's sort of like, she just put out there. She don't know none of the plays. It's just, hey, we need you to play a lot of minutes. So just go out there and do something. But it's some stagnant basketball for the Phoenix Mercury. Caitlin Clark has the basketball. She has Sophie Cunningham on her. Passes out to Aaliyah Boston for a 3-point shot. Aaliyah misses it. Rebound goes to Nalissa Smith, who tried to do a putback. But she misses it. Kalia Copper has the basketball, and it is continuing to be swap patrol, but a foul on that block. Nalissa Smith is like, what? They call Nalissa Smith on the shooting foul against Kalia Copper, who was going to the basket. I think that was a foul. I think that was a good call. Looked like they might have barely hit her. I think it looks like Nalissa Smith did hit Kalia Copper's hand. Hopefully they show a replay of it. So, yeah, we'll see. They're showing a replay. I'm not really sure at the angle that they're showing. Okay, this is probably a better angle. Oh, that's a clean block. I think they should overturn that. Yeah. I think that's clean. That's pretty clean. I think that's pretty clean. FM says, now that we have a weekend of Caitlin Clark fans saying the Fever are going to win the WNBA finals. Are people really saying that? Like I don't think rational fans are saying that. Because if people are actually watching the game and not just going by the stat line, they will see that that the Phoenix Mercury have 7 players. Really 6 who's really been with the team. 7 if you want to count Celeste Taylor, who just got with the team. I don't think people are. There probably will be people saying that, but those are not serious people if they're saying that. But yeah. But great game so far, though. Great game. All right, that was a successful challenge by the Indiana Fever. They do win that challenge. That was not a foul on Alyssa Smith. All right, Caitlin Clark bringing the ball in the game. Spaghetti Lou to Nalissa to Kelsey Mitchell, who airballs a 3-point shot. Aaliyah Boston is right there for the rebound, puts it up and in. That's the thing. They don't really have this Phoenix Mercury team really doesn't have post players. They only have Natasha Mack. That's about it. Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. She passes out to Kalia Copper. Copper gets a screen from Mad Kiki. Copper goes for a 3-point shot, hits the back of the rim, pops out. Kelsey Mitchell with the rebound. Kelsey to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark tried to find Aaliyah Boston. Ball eventually heads out of bounds, and it is staying with the Indiana Fever. All right, Caitlin on Celeste Taylor. She got her shot contested. Then she regained the basket. The basketball tried to go up again, and Natasha Mack was right there for the block. Indiana Fever taking the ball out of bounds on the baseline. Inbound to Caitlin. Caitlin gets a screen from Aaliyah. Passes to Aaliyah. Aaliyah back to Caitlin for a 3-point shot. In and out. Rebound goes to Aaliyah Boston. And Aaliyah Boston gets the put back to score. Y'all, Phoenix is getting destroyed on the rebounding front. Absolutely destroyed. All right, Beck Allen has the basketball. She passes to Natasha Mack. Natasha has a pump fake and goes up for a layup. Hits it. Caitlin behind the back. Oh, shake and bake against Celeste Taylor. She gets the layup. Y'all, this Indiana Fever team has 50 points in the paint. 50 to the Phoenix Mercury's 14. That's crazy. Straight up crazy. Celeste Taylor has the basketball. She passes to Mad Kiki. Mad Kiki with a contested layup goes up and in. She's complaining about the foul. No foul was called. It was Aaliyah Boston who was contesting that layup. All right. Caitlin with the basketball. She gets a double screen from both Aaliyah and Alyssa. Passes to Aaliyah. Aaliyah to Kelsey Mitchell for a 3-point shot. And it's a 3-point bucket for Kelsey Mitchell. Sophie Cunningham with the basketball. She passes to Beck Allen. Beck Allen gets a screen from Natasha Mack. She weaves to the paint, and her layup goes up and in for Beck Allen. All right, Caitlin Clark with the basketball. Caitlin, step back, passes to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa gets her shot blocked by Natasha Mack. Aaliyah Boston gets the rebound, tries to get a put back. She misses the shot. Rebound goes to Phoenix Mercury. Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. She passes to Celeste Taylor. Celeste thought about the 3-point shot, passed to Mad Kiki. Mad Kiki for a 3-point shot of her own, banks it in for a 3-point bucket. Y'all, the bank is open. And Kiki Herbert Harrigan is asking for a withdrawal of 3 points. All right. Caitlin Clark has a basketball pass to Katie Lou Samuelson to Kelsey Mitchell. Back to Katie Lou. Finds a wide open Alyssa Smith for a mid-range jumper. She misses the shot. Rebound goes to Kiki Herbert Harrigan. Kiki to Celeste Taylor. Celeste Taylor decides to turn on the Jets. Turnaround jumper against Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell is called for the foul, and Celeste is going to head to the line for 2 shots. All right. It's a pretty sizable lead for the Fever. Celeste Taylor makes her first free throw. Oh, no, she misses her first free throw, I should say. Celeste makes her second free throw. Missed her first, makes her second. Erica Wheeler and Lexi Hull are in the game for the Indiana Fever. All right, Caitlin has the basketball. Passes to a wide open Erica Wheeler, who does not attempt the 3-point shot. Passes out to Aaliyah, to Lexi, back to Caitlin, back to Erica. Erica decides to go inside, passes out to Lexi. Lexi Hull for a 3-point shot. She misses it. Rebound goes to Beck Allen. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Beck Allen has to do something. She finds a cutting Sophie Cunningham for a easy layup. Nice find. And Caitlin will wind the clock out for the end of the third quarter. The score is Indiana Fever 81, Phoenix Mercury 58. This is total domination for the Indiana Fever. Wow, 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 wow. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Bill says bank don't count unless you call it. Yuzora, I wouldn't take too much into that. Says maybe Size was right about not playing Celeste. The only thing Size might have been right about. See, the thing is, I think it's a lot harder to really use this as a metric for Celeste Taylor, and the reason why I say that is because Celeste was waived from the Indiana Fever. She's been teamless, so she hasn't been practicing with a WNBA team in weeks. She has sort of been on her own. I'm sure she hasn't been playing as much, and even if you practicing on your own, that's not the same thing as like practicing against a actual practice team. And so I don't know. I don't put a crazy amount on this performance on Celeste Taylor because again, she's been without a team for a little bit. She's just signed a 7-day contract, and with a brand new squad, playing a lot of minutes on a team that she doesn't know, a system that she doesn't know, and so it's sort of, guys, I would say really don't put a crazy amount of stock on Celeste's performance so far. I would say in the next Phoenix Mercury game that Celeste plays in, I think that should be the real judge of her, because at least she'll have a practice under her belt, and would be more sort of in the flow of like actual team basketball again. Because again, she's been without a team for a little bit. Tony says, let's hope the All-Stars stay healthy. Absolutely, yeah. Let's hope they stay healthy. And if I am, honestly, to be quite honest with you guys, if I'm the Indiana Fever, Christy Wallace, Grace Berger, Victoria Saxon, they're playing the majority. They're playing the majority of this fourth quarter, if not the entirety of the fourth quarter. I think you need to sit Caitlin. I think you need to sit Aaliyah, because the game is basically over. you do not want your best players to get hurt. So I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Take your best players out, because if they get hurt on a blowout, that makes no sense. All right, Beck Allen has the basketball, passes to Celeste Taylor. Celeste goes behind the back against Erica Wheeler. Celeste back to Beck. Beck gets the screen from Natasha Mack. Beck goes into a mid-range jumper, misses the shot, ball goes out of bounds. It is Indiana Fever basketball. All right, Lexi Hall with the basketball, pass to Caitlin Clark. She gets it down low to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa on Natasha Mack misses. Nalissa misses the shot. Rebound goes to Celeste Taylor. Celeste turn it on the Jets against Nalissa Smith, and Nalissa says, "SWAT patrol." Nalissa Smith with the block. Very, very nice block for Nalissa Smith. All right. Kalia Copper has the basketball, decides to go into the paint. Looks like she got fouled on that one, but no foul call. She does make the layup. Caitlin Clark with the basketball. She has Copper on her. Caitlin, cross-court pass to Erica Wheeler, passes to Lexi Hall, gets it down low to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith trying to work on Natasha Mack, passes back out to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa gets a three-point shot, misses it, hits the back rim. Beck Allen gets the rebound, passes to Celeste Taylor. Celeste Taylor to Kalia Copper. Kalia Copper, turnaround jumper. She does get fouled on that shot. She is heading to the line for 2 shots. Michaela says, I don't trust the Fever bench with this lead. With this big of a lead, and with the Phoenix Mercury team so depleted, I don't think it's likely at all that that they come back. It's different if their normal starters are back. They're down 3 starters for the Phoenix Mercury. It's not likely that they come back. So if I'm Chrissy Size, I'm putting my bench in. Caitlin Clark with the basketball. Time is winding down on the shot clock. She passes to Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall gets into the paint. She passes to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa to Katie Lou Samuelson. Katie Lou for a 3-point shot. Airballs it. Rebound goes to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie to Mad Kiki. Mad Kiki pump fake. Mid-range jumper. It goes up and in for Kiki Herbert Harrigan. Conlani says, the way the Fever are playing right now is how teams are playing against Indiana early in the season. Well, facts. Facts. Yeah. Guys, Destiny Henderson just scored for the Atlanta Dream. The Las Vegas Aces is winning 60-51. Alicia Clark passes to Kate Martin, and Kate Martin for a 3-point bucket to give Las Vegas a 63-51 lead against the Atlanta Dream. Guys, if only it was possible to do play-by-play for both games. I'm literally watching both games at the same time. Like on my iPad, I'm watching the Fever Mercury game. On my TV, I'm watching the Aces versus Atlanta. All right, guys. All right. Let's kind of talk about it. Where we stand right now, where we stand. Caitlin Clark with a 20-pointer. 20-point game so far. 20 points, 11 assists in this game. fantastic basketball from Caitlin Clark today. Kelsey Mitchell, also fantastic basketball, 25 points for Kelsey. Aaliyah Boston has 18 and 11 rebounds. 18 points, 11 rebounds, double-double for both Caitlin and Aaliyah. And Alyssa Smith is doing her thing as well with 12 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Making stuff happen. Absolutely making stuff happen. All right. We got 8 minutes left to go in this game. And the lead has cut a little bit. It has cut a little bit, but the Indiana Fever is still in the lead, substantial lead. All right, Erica Wheeler taking the ball down the court for the Indiana Fever. She gets a screen from Aaliyah Boston and Katie Lou Samuelson. Erica passes to Katie Lou. Back to Erica. Gets it down low to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah has Natasha Mack on her. Decides to pass it to Lexi Hull for a layup. And Lexi Hull gets her shot blocked by Mad Kiki. All right, ball out of bounds. It is still Indiana Fever basketball. Ball goes to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston in the paint. Great defense by Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. She gets tied up with Aaliyah Boston, and we will see a jump ball between Aaliyah Boston and Kiki. 4 seconds left on the shot clock for the Indiana Fever as they jump it up. Ball is controlled by the Fever. Caitlin passes to Katie Lou Samuelson, who misses the shot. Rebound goes to Kiki. Kiki to Kalia Copper. Copper off the screen from Natasha Mack. Copper passes out to Sophie Cunningham for a three-point shot. Sophie has Erica Wheeler on her, and Sophie hits it. Great shot by Sophie Cunningham. All right, Caitlin to Aaliyah Boston to Erica Wheeler. Erica to Katie Lou Samuelson for a mid-range jumper, free throw-like jumper. Ball goes up and in. Sophie has it. She gets it to Kalia Copper. Copper gets a screen from Natasha Mack. Copper trying to shake and bake Erica Wheeler. Copper gets to the paint, misses the shot, but she does get fouled and is heading to the line for 2 shots. All right, guys, a thing to note, guys, is that the Minnesota Lynx do play the Seattle Storm later today. That game does start in about 50 minutes. If you all want me to do a live stream of that game, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if y'all want me to do a live stream of that game. I'll do a quick poll to see if y'all want to stay on for that. All right, Caitlin Clark to Aaliyah Boston to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull gets a screen from Aaliyah, passes to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, one dribble, picks up her dribble, passes it back out to Lexi. Lexi to Katie Lou, back to Lexi. Lexi gets into the paint, picks up her dribble, and looks like she may have stepped out of bounds. It is a turnover for the Indiana Fever. The ball goes to the Phoenix Mercury. The Phoenix Mercury are on a 19-2 run right now. Huge run by the Phoenix Mercury, but it's still a huge lead. Still. Kalia Copper with the basketball. She does get a screen from Natasha Mack. Kalia Copper, mid-range jumper at the nail, and it goes up and in. Well, the Indiana Fever are sort of losing their grip on this game a little bit. Phoenix Mercury coming back. Lexi Hull to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin tries to pass it to Aaliyah Boston. Almost got stolen, but it goes to her. Aaliyah passes out to Erica Wheeler, who gets into the paint, goes for a mid-range jumper, and she hits it. All right, Sophie Cunningham has the basketball. Sophie to Kalia Copper. Copper gets a screen from Tasha Mack. Copper passes out to Celeste Taylor. Celeste to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie for a 3-point bucket. Wow. All right, Phoenix Mercury are coming back. Cross court pass to Lexi Hull. Lexi to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston is called for the travel. And guys, what a run. What a run by the Phoenix Mercury. What a run. Tedwin, do you so Tedwin says Fever slow pace is killing them right now. Yeah, but do you know kind of what's also contributing to their slow pace? Kelsey Mitchell's not in the game. That's something to note, guys. Kelsey Mitchell is not in the game for the Indiana Fever. And when they were clicking on all cylinders, like really going crazy, scoring a lot of points, you had both Caitlin and Kelsey in at the same together. We're not seeing cuts to the basket and whatnot. It's because Kelsey Mitchell was doing that. Kelsey Mitchell's out right now, and we have Erica Wheeler at the point for the Indiana Fever, and that leads to a slower pace. That's a much slower pace. I don't think the Fever are gonna choke. I think ultimately they're still gonna win this game, but I'm happy that at least we're seeing this Phoenix Mercury team compete a lot more. We're seeing them compete a whole lot more. Lindy, I don't think she needs to. I don't think she needs to take over the game. I think it's all about getting Kelsey Mitchell back in and bringing Caitlin back at the point guard position. Take out Erica Wheeler. Have Caitlin be the point. Put put Kelsey Mitchell back in the game, and you're gonna see a lot of fast-paced basketball. You're gonna see a whole lot more fast-paced basketball for the Indiana Fever. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. Love My Three Babe says, before I ate a taco, Fever was up 30. It was just one taco. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Guys, the Indiana Fever led by as many as 31 points. They led by as many as 31 points. Wow, what a shift in the game. What a shift in the game. The Phoenix Mercury have scored 18 points in the fourth quarter so far. Indiana Fever, just 4. All right, smart decision. Erica Wheeler is now back on the bench, and Kelsey Mitchell is back in the game. Kalia Copper makes a move against Lexi Hull and gets the basket to score. Great bucket by Kalia Copper. Lexi Hull has the basketball. She tried to pass it to Kelsey Mitchell. Gets the ball stolen. Sophie Cunningham is fouled. Fouled by Kelsey Mitchell. B says no more tacos. All right, Celeste Taylor to Kalia Copper for a 3-point shot. She does miss it. Rebound goes to Indiana. There is a foul. Kalia Copper fouls Caitlin Clark. Yeah, it's a whole lot closer of a game. All right. Caitlin to Kelsey. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin, step back 3-point shot. Caitlin Clark misses. Hits the front of the rim. Caitlin and Lexi Hull collide on that rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. It is Phoenix Mercury basketball. Guys, we have a 9-point game with 3 minutes, a little bit over 3 minutes left to go in this game. So we'll see. Copper has the basketball, decides to pull up for a 3-point shot. She misses it. Mad Kiki gets the rebound, passes to Celeste Taylor. Celeste to Kalia Copper. Copper tries to go again, does get fouled. Lexi Hull with the foul. And Kalia Copper is going to head to the line for 2 shots. Copper misses her first free throw. And she makes her second free throw. All right, Caitlin taking the ball down the court for the Fever. Passes to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey back to Caitlin. Caitlin passes to Lexi Hull. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin tried to pass it to Aaliyah Boston, but it was a steal by Kalia Copper. Copper takes it all the way, and she scores. Guys, just like that, it is a 6-point game. The Phoenix Mercury have come back from being down 31 points to now only being down 6 points. All right, and they got the momentum because Kalia Copper is cooking. Chrissy decides to take a timeout on that one. Wow, I thought this game was over. But it is not ever over until the last whistle. And the Phoenix Mercury are coming back. The Indiana Fever absolutely fell asleep at the wheel. Absolutely fell asleep at the wheel. Guys, to think, Caitlin Clark had 7 assists in that first quarter alone. 7 assists. This Indiana Fever team was moving. Kelsey Mitchell was absolutely dominating in the first. Then this Indiana Fever team starts to fall asleep at the wheel. They start to fall asleep. And just like that, this Phoenix Mercury team inches back in the game. Right now, the Indiana Fever have only scored 4 points in this fourth quarter. 4 points. Guys, we got 3 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in this game. And this team has only scored 4 points. 4 points in this quarter. It's crazy. Phoenix Mercury, 21 points. Kind of crazy. All right. They've talked it over, and play will resume. All right. Caitlin Clark has the basketball. Gets a screen from Nalissa Smith. Nalissa has it. Passes to Lexi Hull. Back to Caitlin Clark. To Kelsey Mitchell for a 3-point bucket. She misses the shot. Rebound goes to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie passes to Copper. Copper. Reverse layup, and it goes up and in. Wow. Kelsey Mitchell has it. Passes to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin passes down low to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa makes a move on Natasha Mack. Turns around and scores. Great shot by Nalissa Smith. Sophie Cunningham has it. Passes to Kalia Copper. Copper, step back 3-point shot. Misses it. Rebound goes to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark ends up falling. There is a foul called on the floor. That was Sophie Cunningham with the foul. Y'all, Kalia Copper is doing everything for this Phoenix Mercury team in the fourth quarter. However, I think she does need to pass the ball a little bit more in this fourth quarter to try to give some more looks. She is exhausted. Kalia Copper is exhausted. Exhausted. 6-point game, guys. 87 Indiana, 81 Phoenix Mercury. Looks like there might be is a challenge on the floor about that foul on Sophie Cunningham, but that was a foul, so that was a foul. Michaela says the Quita jinx lives on. All right, all right. All right, all right. Tony says Copper dragged them back into this game. She kind of did. She kind of did. But guys, again, the score is 87 Chicago, 87 Chicago Sky, 87 Indiana Fever, 81 Phoenix Mercury. This is a terrible, terrible second half by the Indiana Fever. All right, Caitlin Clark with the basketball. She passes to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey goes around the horn, passes to Lexi Hull for a three-point shot. Lexi misses the three. Rebound goes to Natasha Mack. She gives it to Copper. And Copper is taking the ball down the court. What you gonna do, Copper? Passes to Natasha Mack. Natasha Mack misses the mid-range jumper. Rebound goes to the Indiana Fever. All right, Caitlin with the basketball. She passes to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall in the paint to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston for the mid-range jumper. Nice shot, Aaliyah. Kalia Copper has the basketball. Decides to go in the paint, take it herself, gets fouled, and is heading to the line for two shots. All right, Copper at the free throw line. She does have a lot of points. She has 33 points in a game. She has put this team on her back and is trying to will them to victory. Two of two from the free throw line. All right. Full court defense by Celeste Taylor. Caitlin Clark has no problem with it. Passes to Nilissa Smith. Back to Caitlin. All right, and the Phoenix Mercury are playing a nice zone. Nice little zone. Caitlin, cross-court pass to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell for a wide open 3-point bucket for Kelsey Mitchell. All right. Clea Copper tries to do a long 3-point basket. Misses it. All right. Caitlin Clark is going for a record in assists. Caitlin is tied for a Indiana Fever franchise record right now in assists. All right, guys. If y'all notice the difference, when it came to a 6-point game, who came in the game? In came Kelsey Mitchell, and the game got a lot closer. I mean, a lot farther away, I should say. Kalia freaking Copper. Oh my goodness. She forces a shot up, a mid-range jumper, gets it to go. That did not look like it was going in at all. Makes the shot, gets the foul, and y'all, Kalia Copper is her, man. Kalia Copper is her. If the Phoenix Mercury were a better team, she could be considered for MVP. But they're not, so she's not. But she is having a fantastic season. All right. Kelsey Mitchell has the basketball. Passes it to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston gets into the paint. Misses the shot. She gets her own rebound. Passes out to Lexi Hull, to Caitlin. Back to Lexi for a 3-point shot. Lexi misses it. Rebound goes to Natasha Mack. Natasha Mack passes to Sophie Cunningham, who is pushing pace. Sophie to Celeste Taylor. Celeste was cutting to the basket. Mack Hiki did not see her. Tried to make a move, and she is fouled by Lexi Hull, and it looks like Lexi Hull is Lexi Hull fouled out? Oh, no, she's not. All right. Kiki Herbert here again makes her first free throw. Misses. She missed that shot on purpose, but the Fever wasn't even trying to get the ball. Sophie Cunningham was the closest to it, and she wasn't even trying to fight for it like that. Sophie does foul Aaliyah Boston, who did grab the rebound. All right, Aaliyah Boston at the free throw line. She does make her first free throw. Misses her second free throw. Natasha Mack gets the rebound. She passes to Celeste Taylor. Celeste Taylor. She should have just took that herself. Celeste tried to pass it in the corner to Sophie Cunningham, but does get the turnover. And the Indiana Fever wind out the game from here. Caitlin passed it to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah was trying to help Caitlin break that record, that assist record for the Fever, but she misses the shot. All right, Sophie Cunningham, last heave-ho at the end of the game, and just like that, guys, we are done with this game. We are done with this game. We are done with this game. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The Indiana Fever take down. Well, I should actually say it this way, actually. The Indiana Fever take down a depleted Phoenix Mercury and defeat them 95-86. Now, this game happened at Gainbridge Arena in a Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. And from the get-go, this Indiana team, it looked like they had the game. The reason why it looked like they had the game is because this Phoenix Mercury team, as I said earlier, they were depleted. They were absolutely depleted. You had Charisma Osborne out, Suge Sutton out, Natasha Cloud out, Dinah Taurasi out. So you came into this game with 7 healthy players for the Phoenix Mercury. In the second quarter, Kalia Copper runs into Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner gets out for the rest of the game. So Brittany Griner only played 11 minutes in this game. She went out of the game in the second quarter, never came back. So basically, this Phoenix Mercury team played the majority of this game with only 6 players. Only 6 players. You had Kiki Herbert Harrigan, aka Mad Kiki, who got the start. She actually played pretty well. She had 10 points, 7 rebounds in this game. Brittany Griner, as I said earlier, she only played 11 minutes because she did get hurt. She finished the game with 4 points. Clea freaking Copper is Clea freaking Copper. She was absolutely fantastic, especially in that fourth quarter. This game was a complete blowout in the first half. Complete blowout. The Indiana Fever were absolutely dominating. They at one point they were winning by 31 points in this game. At one point they were winning by 31 points in Indiana Fever. Completely destroying this Phoenix Mercury team. And then Clea Copper basically single-handedly tried to get this team back to really making this game. Clea freaking Copper went off in the third and fourth quarter. She ultimately finishes this game with 36 points. She was trying to do her best. Get into the free throw line, making tough basket after tough basket after tough basket. She did all she could. KFC did her thing, but it was not enough at all. It was not enough of a run at all for Phoenix to actually pull off the win. They did get the game down to a 6-point game. And at one point, I do believe it was a 4-point game for a hot second in that fourth quarter. And again, a lot of that was done through Clea Copper. For the rest of the Phoenix Mercury team, Sophie Cunningham actually played a lot of minutes today, and she played well. She had 21 points in this game, 4 assists, I should say, 6 rebounds. She did her thing. They needed her to score, and she hit a lot of 3-pointers. She hit 5 3-pointers in this game to try to make something happen to this game. Something happened for the Phoenix Mercury to try to help them win. But clearly it was not enough. It was not enough. Natasha Mack played a lot of minutes. She played a lot of minutes because, again, Brittany Griner went out injured. So Natasha Mack has played 30 minutes. She ended up with 10 points, almost a double-double, 10 points, 9 rebounds. I thought she played pretty well. She was getting severely out-rebounded. There were a lot of times where I saw the posts for Indiana get rebounds over Natasha Mack. And guys, rebounding was a big issue all game for the Phoenix Mercury, I should say. They were out-rebounded. They only had 30 rebounds in this game, and the Indiana Fever had 42 rebounds. Severely out-rebounded. Also, Celeste Taylor played a lot of minutes. She was just signed to a 7-day contract this morning. She was signed to a 7-day contract. As you all know, she was previously waived by the Indiana Fever. She played in this game. And Celeste Taylor, I thought Celeste played well. Yes, at times she did get cooked at times. She did get cooked on defense against Caitlin Clark. But considering this girl has not played in forever, and again, I'm grading on a scale. So when I say the word well, remember I'm kind of grading on a scale because she hasn't been with a team in a long time. She did only have 1 point in this game, but she did have 5 assists, 2 steals in this one, 3 rebounds. So I would say it's a positive game for her, though she was getting cooked on defense at times by Caitlin Clark. Now that's sort of a look at the losers of the game, the Phoenix Mercury. Now let's kind of talk about the Indiana Fever. Now the way this game started, this Indiana Fever team looked unstoppable in the first quarter. In the first quarter alone, we saw Caitlin Clark, who she actually tied a Fever record for the most assists in franchise history. She had 13 assists in this game. She had 7 assists in that first quarter alone. 7. And what was Caitlin Clark doing? She's passing the ball really, really well, finding Kelsey Mitchell cutting to the basket, finding Aaliyah Boston. Like, that's her bag. Getting the ball to, the other 2 stars on the team, Kelsey and Aaliyah. And Caitlin was doing that masterfully. Kelsey Mitchell was absolutely dominating in that first quarter. And they look good. They look really, really, really good in that first quarter. And it really felt like there was nothing that the Mercury could do to really stop them. At the end of the first quarter, the Indiana Fever were leading. They were leading 28-16. And yes, they had a real offense. They had a real offense with a lot of cutting, a lot of movement. And the Fever were taking advantage of a very depleted Phoenix Mercury team that did not have, a ton of defense. They didn't. Guys, remember, again. I want to say this again. This Phoenix Mercury team only had 7 players dressed today, and only 6 players played the majority of the game due to Brittany Griner getting hurt in that second quarter. And in that first half, we saw in that first quarter and in that second quarter, we saw this Phoenix Mercury team get cooked by the Indiana Fever. And we saw fantastic basketball by Indiana Fever. They were taking advantage of what Phoenix was giving them. Phoenix turnovers, bad shots, bad decisions, and Indiana was taking advantage of it every single time. And they were doing a very, very good job at it. A very, very good job at it. At one point in this game, it was, as I would say in Mortal Kombat, it was total domination. Absolutely total domination. They were winning by 20 points at one point. At one point, they were winning by as many as 31 points in this game. It was spectacular. Points in the paint for the Indiana Fever, 60. The reason why is because so many cuts to the basket. It wasn't just the post players who were eating for the Indiana Fever. Yes, Aaliyah Boston played well. She had 21 points in this game. Nalissa Smith played well. She had 14 points in this game. But it wasn't just them that was scoring in the paint. It was also Kelsey Mitchell. It was also Caitlin Clark blowing by her defender, getting to the paint and scoring. This Indiana team completely cooked the Phoenix Mercury in the paint. 60 points in the paint. 60. 60 of their 95 points today for the Indiana Fever was in the paint. That's a lot of points in the paint. For the Phoenix Mercury, they only had 28. And again, probably a lot of the reason for the confidence for the Indiana Fever getting into the paint was because Brittany Griner was out. She was out. So, hey, when she's out, Natasha Mack, sure, she can do something in the post, but like Natasha Mack is not that big of a defensive threat compared to Brittany Griner. So, that's a huge difference. Huge difference. But I would say fantastic basketball for this Indiana Fever team for, I would say 2.5 quarters. 2.5 quarters, fantastic play. All right, that entire first half for a decent amount of that third quarter as well. But they started to lessen their impact as we got into the fourth quarter, because the fourth quarter, this Indiana Fever team, they were getting cooked. At one point, they had only had 4 points in that fourth quarter, and the Phoenix Mercury were scoring with like 19 points at one point, and it was like 19-4 in that fourth quarter in terms of scoring. This Indiana team, this high-octane offense that Indiana provides, the high-octane offense that is Caitlin Clark running the floor, passing it down to usually Kelsey Mitchell, who's like cherry-picking or something, getting either a wide-open three or a awesome layup. That was the first half. That was part of the third quarter. And then we went into the fourth quarter. We saw Caitlin Clark get taken off as the she's still in the game, but she was taken off as the primary ball handler, and Erica Wheeler came in and was running the point. Kelsey Mitchell went to the bench, And all of a sudden, Copper started making some baskets, and it started to whittle down, and that what once was a 31-point lead dwindled all the way down to 6 points. And so what did Chrissy Sides do? She puts Caitlin back as the primary ball handler, puts Erica Wheeler on the bench, brings Kelsey Mitchell back in the game, and then they start balling again. They start making shots again, and they look a whole lot better. Whole lot better. And to be honest with you, yes, I do believe that the Phoenix Mercury was playing terrible. And yes, I did think that that the Indiana Fever could have put in their bench players, but Erica Wheeler was not it. They were playing slow basketball, and they weren't really moving the ball like that. And so Chrissy's eyes made a change, and then they look good. They look good from there on out. They ultimately finished the game with the win, 95-86. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of people talking about stat padding, and guys, I do not think that Caitlin Clark was stat padding. So towards the end of the game, when there was like a couple seconds left to go, and Caitlin Clark passed the basketball to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah tried to get a mid-range jumper to go. She misses the shot. A lot of people are calling that. Not a lot of people. People are calling that stat padding. I don't believe that was stat padding. I think that was just her recognizing the fact that there was more than 24 seconds left on the shot clock, and they had to shoot. So Aaliyah Boston was open. So hey, give her the ball and see if she can shoot that shot. I don't think that was stat padding, but some of y'all do. So, to each his own opinion, I guess. There's a lot of accusations of stat padding. A lot of people are saying the Angel is stat padding. You got people saying that Caitlin Clark is stat padding. Guys, stats are stats. And, hey, I don't think it's stat padding. I think the goal of teams is to win. Is not for individual glory. So I don't think it really is about. I don't think they were stat padding. I don't think they were stat padding today. I don't. But Caitlin Clark did finish the game with 20 points in this one, 13 assists. I really do think she could have went for more than 18 assists in this game, because she was on fire in that first quarter. On fire, like seriously, like on fire. And she slowed down mainly because the offense slowed down. Players started missing a little bit more shots. But yeah, I thought ultimately she was fantastic in this one. 20 points, 13 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, might I add, 6 turnovers, so a 1 steal. Really, I think like extremely awesome play from Caitlin Clark. And once again, she is, for me right now, Caitlin Clark is back in the lead for Rookie of the Year. She's back in the lead for Rookie of the Year because of her last 2 game performances. Kelsey Mitchell is fire. She is straight up fire. I love to see it. She was fantastic today. Shooting from the 3, cutting to the paint. A lot of her shots were actually in the restricted area. The reason why is because she was cut into the basket, and there was nobody there to really block her shot like that for this Phoenix Mercury. So Kelsey Mitchell got a whole bunch of easy baskets. All right. PGL says, is welcoming Jess Chris to watching your first basketball game tonight. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Was that a joke? I don't know. Lots of y'all. There's a lot of y'all in the chat talking. Marvin says, Quita, they don't have to shoot. Sometimes they let the clock run out. I think Caitlin did not want to get another turnover in the box score. And that's also another reason why she passed the ball to Aaliyah Boston, because she did not want to get another turnover. So yeah, those are my thoughts. But I'm very curious to see what y'all have to say. Let me know in the chat what y'all thought about this game. Overall, I thought it was a really good game. I thought the Indiana Fever played well, almost laid an egg at the end of the game. But to me, that was a coaching error in terms of not putting the right personnel on the floor, I would say. But Kelsey Mitchell on fire again. She did her thing. 28 points in this one. Caitlin Clark did her thing as well. 20 points, 13 assists. Aaliyah Boston continues to do her thing. I feel like Aaliyah Boston didn't start cooking until Brittany Griner came out of the game. And once Brittany Griner came out, Aaliyah Boston started cooking on Natasha Mack. Started cooking. 21 points for her. 13 rebounds. She did get a double-double. Nilissa Smith also got a double-double. 14 points, 10 rebounds. So 3 players for the Indiana Fever had double-doubles. Caitlin, Aaliyah, and Nilissa. Katie Lou Samuelson played all right. She had 6 points in this one. 5 rebounds. Damaris Dantas barely played in this one. Lexi Hull played some decent minutes in this one. In this game, she had 20 minutes in this one. I would have loved to have seen Grace Berger play in this game. Especially in that fourth quarter, the minutes that Erica Wheeler got. Personally, I would have loved to have seen Grace Berger get in the game. Now, guys, as you may know, I'm a Grace Berger fan. I do believe that she has a role with this team. Yes, she has not played the best this season. However, I do believe she has a lot to offer. I really do. So, that's something. But guys, the big news about this game is that there are a lot of players for the Phoenix Mercury injured, and 2 of them are on the Olympic roster. So what does this mean? What does this mean for the Olympics? We still don't know. Right now, there are 3 players injured right now. You have Nafisa Collier, who plays for the Minnesota Lynx. She is injured. She's on the Olympic team. We have Diana Taurasi injured, and we have Brittany Griner now injured. So how long are they going to be hurt for? Are they going to be on the Olympics? Are we going to see replacement players? That is something that is still TBD right now, and we're going to see. We're ultimately going to see what happens very, very, very soon. But guys, good game. Indiana Fever do come out on top. Shout out to Celeste Taylor, who got cut and stayed with it. Her agent was working. And we ultimately see her get signed on a 7-day contract with the Phoenix Mercury, considering the fact that she has not played with a pro team in a long while. I think she played well. I really do. Yes, she did get cooked at times. Yes, she did. But the fact that she was back on the court, she gave them positive minutes. She was passing the ball really well. She was rebounding the basketball. She was trying to not be a liability. And again, guys, she didn't know any of the plays. She just got signed this morning. Played this afternoon, and I thought she played well, considering having those things in mind. I thought she played well. But guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I really do appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me. My name is Quita, and I make content all about women's basketball all day, every day, because that's what I love to do. I love to talk about the game of women's basketball. If y'all want to rock with me, I ask that y'all please subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that like button as well. That would be pretty awesome. Now, guys, again, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. If y'all want, I would highly recommend y'all join me on Patreon. It's patreon.com/Quita Loves Sports. That'd be really, really awesome. But again, guys, I mean, that's the game. That is the game. Another game in the books, another W in the books for the Indiana Fever. They are 9-14 on the season so far. So good game. I'm sorry, 10-14 now. 10-14 after this game. And the Phoenix Mercury are 12-11 on the season so far. So again, guys, thank y'all so much. Thank you, William. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, CAC. Thank you, B-Ma. Thank you, Row 2. Thank you, Bad Betty. Appreciate you so much. Guys, I really do love doing these live streams with y'all. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. WK says, what happened to Brittany Griner? Well, Kalia Copper collided with Brittany Griner. Brittany fell, came up limping, and did not return back to the game. I mean, she was on the, I believe she returned to the bench, but she didn't come back in terms of playing. But again, hit that like button on y'all way out. I will be back in about 9 minutes. I'll be back in about 9 minutes to do a play-by-play of the Seattle Storm versus the Minnesota Lynx. All right, so rock with me there. I will see y'all very, very soon. Until next time, guys. Goodbye.